Alright lads, so finally a Brawl Quest has returned. I've been getting asked over the last couple of so months, especially with the 8th anniversary taking place, when is Brawl Quest going to return? And honestly, we never knew when. Although it got to the point that I started to think that maybe it wasn't going to come back. Luckily though, it is here, available from the 26th, so right now, to the 3rd of September. So it's only here for a week. Now, this quest, for those that have yet to play it, is actually really good for just items in general, and it's one of the better events for any new account. Even some veterans can benefit from this, depending on how actively you play this game. So, of course, there are 3 difficulties, although it doesn't matter. The quest itself is super easy. The quest in mind, for those that kind of forgot, it's designed for you to technically use whoever you want to, just have a bit of fun damaging all these enemies, because every character you use in it has a 5 times damage output. So, as stated here, enter the Brawl Quest with your favorite character and cut loose. So if you want to have a bit of fun and just play with any other character, maybe an old character if you really want to, by all means go ahead. But ideally you want to be playing the very hard difficulty to get all these items. Now what you are going to be getting in this quest is links or potions, droplets, crystals and jewels, EXP crystals, but most importantly, depending on how active you are in the game or new, you're going to be getting essential material for accessories, including editing brushes. And the main appeal about Brawl Quest is that particular aspect, is to get those items that are usually locked behind an event that you have to be in a certain seat for. And of course, I'm talking about Extreme Cup. It is currently out right now, and they have lowered it, so all you have to do is be in 7th seat. But personally, I find this event better than Extreme Cup for the idea of farming editing brushes, because one, it's single player, you can do 10 times soul tickets, and you're also getting an essential material for every single attribute: heart, power, speed, technique, and also mind. Now, obviously, you should be doing your monthly Extreme Carp farming, but still, nonetheless, this is something that you definitely want to do, especially if you are a new account. If you're struggling with accessories, play this event for a week, and you can have a super easy time. You won't have to worry about accessories for a very long time until this event maybe comes back. Let's say 3 months from now. I'm not sure when it will come back, but that's usually what it is. 3 to 4 months is when the event does usually come back. So maybe near the end of the year. Now, with that said, what is the best way to fund this event? Obviously, just run into the quest, do the 10 times soul tickets, farm as much as you can. Ideally, though, just to get that extra tiny benefit. It's not that big of a deal, but if you can, bring some links or characters. So in this case, this is a team that I am using. It is on the slower side, but with 10 times soul tickets, it's not that big of a deal. We're using 3 links or characters, so in this case, we're getting 5 link swords from Kaname, 5 link swords from Chojuro, and also 10 guaranteed speed droplets, and also 10 links or potions from Ruka. And if you have access to the swimsuit Byakuya, he gives +5 as a link. The new Jushiro gives +10 for the speed attribute, and then obviously you have Mila Rose, who gives +10 for the power attribute. Unfortunately, I don't own those characters. If I did though, I definitely would be having them on the team. Alongside that, for the soul traits, I've gone for a mixture of links to potions and also droplets. You can see here that every character is just rocking droplets, although keep in mind, I will preface, droplet links in this particular quest isn't that good. The drop rate for droplets is very low, so 30% of one is you're basically not getting anything. So if you actually need crystals more so and jewels, I would more so recommend bringing those type of characters over droplet characters. The reason why I'm doing it is just simply because this is the team that I use to farm crystals and droplets in this particular daily event, so I didn't bother making a team specifically for this quest, although it doesn't matter. Although for me, crystals and jewels really don't matter, so I don't need to set up a character for that, right? But let's do a quick 10 times run. And ideally, if you are farming this and you do need the crystals and jewels, I would definitely recommend putting on those particular links on your characters, or use characters with the increased crystal and jewel drop rate. Now, I am using a max transcendent Kaname. Ideally, I'm using him just because he has great crowd control. He has the heal too. Again, the quest itself is super easy. You can literally auto this without a max transcendent character. But with tracking vortexes, or any character really with a tracking vortex, you're just able to clear a tad bit faster here, because almost every attack that you are doing is one-shotting. So if you have that extra crowd control, you know, tracking vortex that last longer, then you're more likely to clean up some of the enemies a lot quicker, especially on auto. And this character isn't even using recharge links, keep that in mind. So we could probably clear faster if I was to throw in the recharge links, which I probably should do, to be fair. But again, like, it's not really that big of a deal. We're doing 10 times soul tickets. We have a week to fund this. I can afford to, you know, have a run last a minute, right? But with that said, we're going into the final room. This time we're up against Drugrim. And again, we one-shot. Look at that, nice and easy. Let's see what rewards we are about to get. And unironically, even though I am a veteran that has a pretty good stacked account, I am going to be farming this because I do actually need to farm this. So a minute and 29 seconds, that's not too bad. Again, you can clear faster, but with 10 times soul tickets, again, it's not a big a deal, right? So you can see you're going to get a bunch of crystals and jewels, especially large EXP crystals too. So further reason to actually use those type of links to increase the amount of crystals you do get, because that does affect the amount of large EXP crystals you do get. So even if you are someone that doesn't need any materials like these, for example, you can still benefit from this quest for the large EXP crystals, because it looks like it is quite consistent, right? We're getting like 20 25, 15 in every single quest here, potentially significantly more had you used those links. And with the most recent power-up update, this should let you max out a lot of characters super quick. But ignoring that, looking at the other drops, you can see here, reason why you probably don't want to bring drop links is that it doesn't do much. We got 5 technique, 5 heart. In some attributes, we didn't get anything at all. But you can see here, thanks to Chodra, we are guaranteed 10 speed droplets, which I think is kind of cool. And with that, we're getting a small amount of links or potions from the links and characters that we are using. Now, that's not a lot, right? But over time, it is going to be adding up, especially if you are someone that's constantly farming this event, right? Again, it's worth farming without the links or potion characters, but if you can use them, you just get that extra benefit. And then we're also getting a bunch of pop items for accessories, right? We're getting the Book of Secrets, we're getting the evolution powders, and we're also getting guaranteed a good amount, to be fair, sometimes higher, editing brushes. We got 3 in that quest, we got 7 here, and that's why you want to be farming this event, right? Mainly for the accessory ascension material. If you are someone that has yet to work on accessories, and maybe you're too lazy to go into Extreme Cop, which, to be honest, is kind of explaining me right now. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I have access to Extreme Cop, and I do need editing brushes, but, like, I did so much farming a few months back, I have enough items to buy out the exchange shop without needing to farm Extreme Cop, so I'd rather not. And with this quest coming back, I'd rather do my farming here, if I'm being honest. Especially because I feel like this quest is a lot faster, since you can do 10 times soul tickets. But with this quest, again, you're going to stack up on a lot of EXP crystals and editing brushes. So again, if you have yet to tackle the idea of actually maxing out your accessories, now's a great time to do so, right? You have a week to farm this event. I would recommend anyone farming this if you've yet to tackle that. And even if you are someone that is somewhat low on editing brushes and have all the accessories maxed out, I would still recommend farming it, because remember, we are scheduled, hopefully sometime soon, to get new accessories. I know we've been waiting quite some time now at this point, almost 4 months for those new accessories, but they should be at least coming soon. And I would like to think the longer the wait, the better, since they should be at least some impactful accessories, right? I'd be very surprised but disappointed if we had to wait 5+ months for killer stickers to use in other types of guild quests. That'll be kind of boring, so I'm hoping the new accessories that do come to the game spice it up a tad bit, and maybe change the builds that we do use, because that'll be kind of exciting. Would freshen up the game, even after years. But again, another run. It looks like it is very consistent. 1 minute and 31 second playtime. Skipping through the rewards, again, also very consistent. The editing brush drop rate is inconsistent to a certain extent. You know, sometimes you're going to get 2, 3, sometimes you're going to get 7, but at the very least, you are guaranteed a decent number of editing brushes, and depending on the amount of runs that you actually do, they add up over time. It's still a good amount of brushes, to be fair. Extreme Cop has a very similar drop rate for the most part, but remember, this comes with the benefit of doing 10 times soul tickets. Extreme Cop, you can only do 5 times. But like I said, believe it or not, I'm actually low on some of these items. I have 400. I have more super editing brushes than I do have editing brushes. So I guess I'm an example of a veteran that does need to fund this event, right? For those wondering what a good number is, I would recommend to go at least 3,000. That should be good enough to max out most of your accessories. Try and go for a higher amount if you possibly can. This event in general is very limited, only here 3 to 4 times a year. So you might as well spend all your soul tickets in this event while it is active, because there's nothing else that's on right now that is leaving anytime soon and won't be back on a regular basis. So for me, I'm going to try and go for like 5,000. That's what I usually do, just so I'm good and don't have to ever touch the event when it does come back in the next few months. One might be wondering, why am I so low? The simple answer is I've been bored and I've just been maxing out a bunch of accessories, as you can see here. A lot of accessories that I maxed out that you don't even need to do. But all these items, for the most part, are max level, all with the perfect rolls. Like, all these chapters that you see here have 30% attack. All these items here have like SP, 30 SP. Every accessory you are seeing is max rolled, and that's why I ran out, because I was doing that for every single attribute, right? Same goes for the heart one. All these items are maxed out, 30 SP, 30 attack. I kind of sold all the accessories that I know I don't need, kept the ones that are kind of important. All these have 30 SP, 30 attack, and I even did it for the speed attribute, and all that's left to do is the mind attribute. It's just something that I personally been doing on this account, and it does eat up a lot of brushes, so I need to farm this BRAWL quest. Because once I'm done the mind attribute, then I'm basically done until all the new accessories start to come out, which hopefully come out soon, and that's why you should be preparing yourself. So if you don't have already a couple thousand editing brushes, I would recommend definitely farm this event for the next week. Set yourself a certain goal and go for that. My goal for this account is probably 5,000. For my old account, which I've dabbled a bit into accessories, I definitely have a good amount of editing brushes and I don't have to worry, but I definitely want to farm this event more, and again, I might shoot for a few more thousand editing brushes in there. Maybe go for like 7.5k. But either way though, lads, that was the video for today, checking out Brawl Quest. Definitely something new and veteran players should be farming if you are low on editing brushes. That's the main reason why you want to farm this event. It's a good event to farm, super easy, super casual. And if you want to best farm it, definitely bring links or characters and or crystal and your drop rate characters. Droplet characters you can kind of go without, doesn't make that much of a difference unless you're using charge rows, since he does guarantee you 10 speed droplets. But other than that, if you made it to the end, let me know what number of editing brushes you are going to go for. Again, for me on this account, I'm going to shoot for like 5k. That should be good enough to max out most of my mind accessories, and hopefully have some leftovers for whenever those new accessories decide to come into the game. Hope you liked and enjoyed the video though. I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace.